Hello, welcome to a very special video. This is my top 20 favourite releases from 2024. It has been an absolute jam-packed year for releases. So many good physical media releases from boutique labels. There's been some good studio releases. I mean, normally I do a top 10, I think, but this year it's been so, so fruitful. As a collector, I thought let's do a top 20 because I don't think 10 is going to suffice. I don't think it's enough. So I've put 20 into order, 20 being the last pick, and then number 1 will be number 1, my favourite release. We'll go from 20 to 1, do the countdown. It's all physical media I've picked up and bought, so I'll be able to show the physical copies in the countdown. Got the end of the year show coming, which I did last year too. That's coming in a couple of weeks just before New Year, where I'll talk about and look at pretty much every single release that I've acquired from the year, which is probably going to be a bit more of a packed video than this one, but this is a bit more linear, a bit more to the point. Let's talk about the best releases and why it's been some year. I put a poll on the community page on the channel as well, so you guys can pick the best label of the year, and that's I know which one that is, and I'll talk about that in the end of the year show. And there'll be an article about the boutique label of the year on the skincrawlers.co.uk website. So anyway, without further ado, this might be quite a sort of long video. I'm going to try and make it as quick as possible and breeze through, but let's go with the 20 best releases from this year. And coming in at number 20 is one that's only been out for a couple of weeks, fairly new release, but it is a stacked release. It's got beautiful artwork, just absolutely stunning. My number 20 from Arrow Video is the Critters a 4-course feast, 4-film collection. Obviously they didn't include Critters Attack for some reason, but you've got all 4 of the first films here. Lovely set, coordinated artwork, very cartoon style heavy, the artwork. As you can see, they're absolutely beautiful set. For me, this is number 20. I mean, it's just a stunning box set, typical Arrow Video quality. You know, it's hardbound, it's got a great book. It's actually got a hardbound book. It's got every film on individual individual discs in individual thin Amaray cases. So coming in at 20, very well deserved. Critters. Just going to pop that up there. And now number 19, and this list is quite Arrow heavy, especially the first few. So again, from Arrow Video, coming in at number 19, a 4K release which was much needed in the UK. Kino Lorber did their release in the US a while ago, but Arrow did Silence of the Lambs, and I wasn't going to buy the set at first. I was just going to get the standard, but I kept seeing people unbox it, and I just got so tempted, and I gave into FOMO, and I did get the set. It comes with this lovely slip like that, and then underneath you've got the original artwork. Good scan, looked really nice. Absolutely behemoth of a thriller, you know, absolute heavyweight thriller. You know, fantastic acting, Anthony Hopkins, not Perkins, Jodie Foster, you know, and more. And it is just one hell of a tale, one hell of a thriller, Silence of the Lambs. That comes in at number 19. Sticking with Arrow for a little bit, because like I said, the first few were quite Arrow heavy. Coming in at 18 was an upgrade for me from Blu-ray, and that's this beautiful set of Invasion of the Body Snatchers from this came out in February. Easily made the list. Again, you've got beautiful coordinated artwork like that. You know, everything you need in the set, book, poster, you name it. Film on 4K, but this was a much needed upgrade. It looked good in 4K. Yeah, I just had to grab this because it's one of the best sci-fi horrors out there. My favourite interpretation of the Body Snatchers is this one, easily. Although I've never actually seen the original one, but I have seen this one, and I think I might have seen one of the other ones, but this has definitely got to be the best. Even when I've seen the original, I assume I'd still go back to this one. That's your number 18. Okay, one more Arrow for now. Just gonna sort my stack out so everything's neat and whatnot. 17, a movie I love, gangster classic, British, stars Bob Hoskins, yeah, absolutely amazing. About the story of Harold Shand. It's got a great score to it. Coming in at number 17, that's the Long Good Friday on 4K. Arrow did this superb edition. The transfer was quite incredible. They did, it was grainy and stuff, but they kept the original look of the film intact whilst giving you a fantastic upgraded presentation in 4K UHD. So I just had to include this one. Okay, on to 16, and we've had a bit of Arrow to start us off. There will be more from them in this video. Coming in at 16 is TerraVision's release of Frogman. This film's fun. I watched it before this release was announced, but when it got announced, I had to say bye-bye bootleg. In we go with the beautiful release. It's the same sort of style as what like Vinegar Syndrome do, you know, the beautiful outer box with the ammo with the slip on and the book, and you get plenty of supplements, but there's a absolutely fantastic release in Frogman. Coming in at 16, so we are breezing through a bit, which is good. I thought this one might take longer. Coming in at 15 is this actual debut release from a company called Celluloid Dreams. So I think it's one of their debut 4Ks. They might have done another one before, but it's definitely one of their first ones, and that's the Case of the Bloody Iris. And what a giallo this is. Pretty damn phenomenal film. You know, you got some grisly murders in there. You've got what's the actress called, Edwidge Fench. She's really good in it, you know, plays a nice part. There she is on the cover, looking stunning looking woman. And yeah, she escapes an abusive relationship, and you know, she's being taunted by a serial killer who's coming after people around her, and this apartment block is being terrorized by this killer. That's the Case of the Bloody Iris at 15. That's a beautiful edition. It even come with huge jumbo art cards. That's your number 15. Coming in at 14, another one I couldn't wait to upgrade, another Arrow video, and that is the lovely edition for Basket Case. Just the first film, comes with a nice slip. They did an alternative store exclusive slip as well. You have that artwork underneath, which looks fantastic. There's your number 14 Basket Case. This film looked good in 4K. It was never going to be the best looking 4K, you know, given the elements that had to be dealt with to you know, complete the 4K transfer, but it looked good for what it's worth. For a low budget sort of grindhouse, early 80s like sort of creature feature slasher thing, it looked pretty damn good. Okay, so we're on. Coming in at number 13, 88 have been doing a lot of Tygon range films, and I had to include one, and I included for number 13 The Blood on Satan's Claw. This was a fantastic upgrade. The 4K transfer looks beautiful. Never looked better as the film. Yeah, great occult devil worship movie set in a sleepy English village. Yeah, superb 4K, and then you get this beautiful edition as well. Love the whole edition. Underneath you got the Amory case. The slip covers are really durable and thick. 88 putting out some quality stuff. And there's The Blood on Satan's Claw at number 13. Coming in at 12 is a film that I absolutely couldn't wait to get my hands on when it was announced. I couldn't wait to upgrade and get my hands on this. And the 4K transfer looked stunning. It looked beautiful. This company always do a good release. And coming in at number 12 is the Scream Factory release of The Stepfather on 4K. Now, I think this is from 1988, 1986. Terry O'Quinn playing the stepfather, fantastic performance, awesome movie. This 4K release is great. I mean, we're due a debut release on Blu-ray in the UK, so we'll probably get a 4K and a Blu-ray at some time. Second Sight would do a stand-up job on this one, but I'm going to include the Scream Factory. I just had to pick this one up. I couldn't wait for another release. It looks stunning. Scream Factory, top job on that one. That's his Stepfather. Watching it in 4K was just glorious. I believe we're on number 11 now, so we're breaking into the top 10. Coming in at 11 was a film that I'd never seen. I picked up the Kino Lorber 4K, and that is Leviathan. I had a blast with this film. Action-packed, underwater sort of claustrophobic sort of alien piece. You know, great alien action, good special effects, some great performances. You've got Paul Weller from RoboCop in there, and more. Special effects by Stan Winston, who did effects work on Aliens. This looked great in 4K, and it was a pleasure watching it for the first time. And it's one of my favourite watches this year, and one of my favourite releases. That's Leviathan from Kino Lorber on 4K. So, top 10, guys. Let's get down there. Like I say, been some awesome releases this year. It's quite hard to put these into order, but I think I've done the best I can do as far as condensing them into a list is concerned. And coming in at number 10 is this one. Sparks a bit of controversy. A lot of people weren't happy with the way they cleaned the film up using sort of AI digital technologies. You know, I think the transfer ended up looking beautiful. I thought it looked stunning. The film looked like it had been made yesterday. That wasn't to some people's liking though, because they wanted the film to keep its original sort of like feel and look intact. But James Cameron just went all out and just basically completely cleaned up this film and cleaned up the image, and just, yeah. Coming at number 10 is Aliens. Awesome getting this on 4K. I think it's a great 4K. It does look like it was shot yesterday. For some people, they're not going to like that whole, you know, it looking too new. They want to keep a bit of its, you know, original sort of look, you know, grainier look to it. They weren't too pleased with the way Cameron cleaned the transfer up. He had a bit to say about that as well. And yeah, just didn't leave a good taste in some people's mouths. But I'm one of them people who loved it, and I was glad they made it look like it was shot yesterday, because the film looks clear, crisp, sharp, look beautiful. Aliens at number 10. The best alien movie in the franchise, I think, as well. And I'm a big Prometheus fan too. Coming in at number 9, let's have a bit of Vinegar Syndrome. So my number 9 is this Roman Polanski classic, given this treatment, and that's the Tenant. Weird, ambiguous movie, but it got a beautiful release like this, where the doors open up, you got your slip cover in there behind the doors. I'll go a bit more into detail with what these releases look like in the end of year show. That's what that video is for. But for this one, I just wanted to show it. There's Roman Polanski. He also stars in it. That might even be the only Vinegar Syndrome that's made the top 20. But there has been some awesome releases from Vinegar Syndrome. This has been a pretty difficult list to compile. But coming in at number 9, the Tenant from Vinegar Syndrome. Beautiful release, just how physical media releases should be done, you know, intricate with the cool little idea with the windows that open, sorry, not the doors, the windows that open up and things. Just, yeah, just lovely. So now we are on our number 8, guys. Fairly new release again. Coming in from Second Sight, you'll see them again in this list, and that is Found Footage Horror Creep. Come out last week. Beautiful edition. Look at the artwork. I was so happy to finally get this on a Blu-ray in the UK with the special treatment from Second Sight. And boy, they didn't disappoint. There's Creep at number 8. Looking absolutely great. Great release. Coming at number 7. Studio release. Another highly anticipated one for the year. This 4K looked absolutely stunning. I thought they did a fantastic job. It's another James Cameron movie getting an upgrade. Coming in at number 7 is the Warner Brothers release of The Terminator on 4K. What a transfer. What a great movie. Beautiful steelbook. I just had to include this. There's my number 7, The Terminator. Yeah. That'll definitely be, I will definitely get back to watching that at some point. That was a terrible joke to do with it. I'll be back. Atrocious. Let me just have a quick look. Coming in at number 6 was a movie I'd never seen before. It's another James Cameron one, so this list is also, as well as being Arrow Video heavy, it's also James Cameron heavy. Coming in at number 6 is this edition of The Abyss. This is the US release. We didn't get The Abyss over here. We got True Lies, we got Aliens in the, you know, when they did the sort of like trifecta of trilogy of James Cameron upgrades. We didn't get The Abyss because of some rat scene that's been censored, but I have it here in all its glory. It is a beautiful 4K. Again, another one that looks like it was shot yesterday. The movie is absolutely intense, gripping, just action-packed. One of the best sort of like non-horror movies I've ever seen, and one of my best watches for this year. That's The Abyss coming in at number 6. Beautiful release. Lovely shiny slipcover. I've got it. Didn't get released over here, but I've got the 4K. So I'm so happy about that. Top 5, guys. Top 5 releases of the year. So we're getting down. And this has been so difficult, but coming in at number 5, Dario Argento's Opera, the release from Severin. Beautiful release, includes the 4K cut, the Blu-ray. It's got the CD soundtrack. They did have to do a disc replacement program, but this movie is so good. It's so artful. It's a great giallo. It's got a lot of atmosphere, a lot of good pathos. Opera coming in at number 5, and just check out the absolutely beautiful artwork with the crow with the eyeball in its mouth at the top there. There's Opera, Dario Argento at number 5. Had to put that one in. Absolutely stunning release. So top 4 now, guys, and this was a hard one. Any one of these could have had first place. I just had to nail it and compile a list, and place them into order. My number 4 is this beautiful box set from Umbrella, one of the best Umbrella editions I've ever purchased. It comes with all 4 of the Hell House films, hardbound book, art cards, loads of special features. It's lenticular, as you can see there. There's the Abaddon Hotel, and then you can see it in the Lake of Fire as you move the the lenticular cover. But this is just an absolutely astounding set. Apparently they're doing another Hell House at some point, so it's no longer complete. Still, I'll grab that one and add it to this with this, because this is beautiful. Coming in at number 4. So number 3 now. Like, are you guessing? What will it be? What will be my 3 favourite releases of 2024? And I'm very happy the way this video has gone, because I'm on 16 minutes at the minute, and I thought it was going to be like a half-hour one, but I've managed to get to the point. So coming in at number 3, could have been number 1, but I've picked what I've picked for my top 2. Coming at number 3 is this highly anticipated 4K release in this beautiful box set from Second Sight Films. Number 3, The Hitcher on 4K. Good, solid sort of road horror action movie. The release is just mesmerising. You get this beautiful release with digipacks and the movie on 4K Blu-ray. You get a great, I think you get the novelisation as well. Stunning release, one of the best of the year. And my number 3, The Hitcher. Top 2 time. Coming at number 2, another Second Sight Films release. One of my favourite films ever. Come out in November, and that is just this gorgeous release of the Blair Witch Project. This was just such a stunning release. You've got the beautiful contents, lots of supplements. You've got 2 cuts of the film, including the festival cut, never before seen. Exclusive to this Second Sight Films release. There's number 2, the Blair Witch Project in all its glory. One of my favourites, especially in the fan footage subgenre. Number 2 in the best releases of this year, in my opinion. For me, from what I've purchased, that's my second best. So, drum roll please. Coming in at number 1, my favourite release of the year, and I personally even objectively think it's the best release of the year for 2024. Definitely the most anticipated. We're all happy when we got it. It's fantastic. It comes with loads of supplements. Number 1, best release of the year for me, A Nightmare on Elm Street on 4K. This wasn't a hard spot to pick. Doing numbers like 6 to 2 was quite difficult, but I knew what I wanted as number 1. Warner Bros. Went all out with this beautiful set. You've got the steelbook in there with the pack with the supplements. You've got this artwork here. You got the spine there. There's the back. Made to look like, the cover's sort of designed to look like an old VHS cover. This is the steelbook you get inside, so I'll just show you guys that. You get that beautiful steelbook with one of the original poster arts on. There we go. Nightmare on Elm Street. How could it not be? This is one of the last big horror films to get the 4K special treatment, and it got one hell of a release, and that's this one. I think there's still some of these, they might have put this back around, I'm not sure. It was out of print. There might be a few knocking about again from what I've seen, unless it's a more slimmed down version, but this is like the day 1 edition, and it first got released on 4K. I had to snag it. Best release of the year, Nightmare on Elm Street. 4K transfer looked great too, but as far as packaging goes in the release, for me, this one just tops it, because the Nightmare on Elm Street needed this treatment. That's not to say that this outer shell artwork here, which isn't bad, but that's not to say that this is, say, better than the Hitcher. The Hitcher's artwork for the box does look better, but I think as an overall release with the beautiful steelbook inside, and it being a Nightmare on Elm Street, one of the biggest horrors ever, finally I'm getting the great treatment and hitting 4K. Warner Brothers, you've actually beat the boutique labels, and I'm a big boutique label aficionado, and yeah, Warner Brothers, you've put out Nightmare on Elm Street in this beautiful set, and you've got #1 from Skin Crawlers for 2024 in physical media releases. And you know what I'm like with physical media releases, I love having the movie, of course, first and foremost, but I'm also a fan of having this you know, this kind of like awesome extensive like packaging means a lot to me, because I'm a big collector. So Nightmare on Elm Street, you've done very well to earn that top spot, very well indeed. What's your favourite release of the year? Drop a comment. Of course, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, just because it helps the video and stuff. I know a lot of people say that, but it really does. Like, if you like the channel and you like my content, just even if you forget, I know some people forget, but if you just whack that thumbs up quickly, helps more than you could imagine. And of course, subscribe if you haven't. More content on the way. Let me know your favourite releases in the comments section if you'd like. And thanks for watching Nightmare on Elm Street #1.